No, like our Spirit's going to be moving around the map. Maybe this could be a way to force him in that safe lane. He can do a lot on this ABBA just to keep them in position there. Sure, he might die once or twice, but his job in the grand scheme of the game will be much more important than just that lane aspect. The shield versus these heroes is going to be incredibly useful, and he's gonna build a Dominator, and we know what he's going to do on this hero. We've seen it time and time again from FATA.
I think IG have been watching some Secret games.
It's a good hero to stand in front of these pushes as well, right? Abaddon, Tidehunter, these kind of offlaners are super good at being able to, as long as you see the rotation coming, stand in front of that tower and make yourself a target to be gone on rather than let the tower be pushed in.
I mean, we had newbie respect ban the Abaddon when we were at Dream League versus Secret in the first 3 picks. That says something in itself when you've seen FATA play it so often.
Yep. Kunka's now got that same treatment, albeit a second phase ban, but it is a hero that Mushi has played very well recently and already today.
Look at that. They ban the Kunkka and they take the Gyro, so what else does Secret have up their sleeves versus Gyrocopter here?
I'm okay with Death Prophet or Viper here.
I'm okay with them. I think they could, maybe not Lifestealer here, but Lifestealer in the 4th pick. Sanking Lifestealer versus Gyrocopter, this hero really struggles when you close the gap. And Lifestealer or Jug, these 2 heroes are incredibly good versus Gyrocopter throughout the majority of the game.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about earlier. Dota.
Invictus Gaming's turn to
Strong and all that, and they just eventually you do come back to a place. A lot of times you're thinking next head. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Just be kind of a
5 seconds remaining.
Bane. I actually really like Bane versus Gyrocopter. I think it was, I can't remember which tournament it was, there's too many. I think it was Genting or one of them, but I saw Fenrir playing this hero. They consistently picked it versus the Gyrocopter Ed. The laning presence, you're so tanky, you can tank a lot of that barrage, and then as the later game progresses, you get enfeeble levels, and Gyro, not really traditionally one of those heroes that gets that crazy amount of physical damage too fast. You need a lot of items. Throwing enfeeble, Flat Cannon kind of starts to tickle at one point, so I do really like this pick out from Secret too.
Yeah, that's a Puppey Bane or
Puppey Bane.
Yeah. It functions really well against Earth Spirit as well, right? Any of these heroes that as supports are naturally just can't be bullied. Earth Spirit hates running into that because he doesn't. It means he just can't roll in. Every single time he rolls in against almost any one of these heroes, he doesn't actually feel like he's threatening them, rather the other way around. So Bane can definitely shore up the mid lane a little bit if necessary.
I like this Brew pick.
Yeah.
I actually think it's, if he can actually get something in that offlane, so I think he has to pretty much like pull the lane a lot of times, because Bane, as you mentioned, one of those bulliers, just stands in your face, can make your life pretty miserable as any offlaner. I think he really needs to pull, but Brew versus ABBA is always going to be very nice, throwing up the ABBA consistently throughout the team fights.
This is one of those heroes they have played quite a lot, and of course they played it on XSS and
They swap between the two roles,
but they can both play it very well.
Okay. A lot of team fight on the side of IG at the moment between Gyro, Earth Spirit, and Brewmaster, and good ways to like force towers and force these objectives with Brew. Prop Brew split, use Shadow Shaman wards, you can kind of like zone them off the tower or just take the fights around the wards.
Are we going to see a Mushi Invoker? That was one of my... I feel like we'll see at least one in the group stage.
We did see it. It was a very good
breaking all the classics, all the old hits out.
So which do they take?
There we go.
It's going to be the Jug.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I knew it had to be Jug or Lifestealer.
Yeah, you're Lifestealer, and immediately I was thinking like, okay, what about Juggernaut here? Fantastic versus Gyrocopter.
Yep.
Is oftentimes not really threatened by any of these heroes. You got a nice little magic damage to start off the game against this Brewmaster.
It's got more kill threat in the lane. That's the biggest thing for me here. It's like sure throughout the other game, throughout the rest of the game, great versus Gyro, good versus Earth Spirit. It gives them some more Roche with the ABBA, but I think for the most part, it's going to be that kill threat that's going to make the Brewmaster have a much more miserable time in that offlane.
I think it's very hard to run Gyrocopter against Juggernaut in so many ways because you're so reliant on the mobility factor, but the Omni Slash just stays on top of you, so it doesn't matter how fast you run. Like, at least versus the Lifestealer, Gyrocopter gets maybe like this SNY build, he later gets Butterfly, and he just moves super fast, so we can kite the Lifestealer.
Yeah.
But against Juggernaut, it's a lot harder.
I'm a big fan of the phase. You go phase Yasha and Jug, and then you can go back for the Battle Fury, just so you can get involved really early. You're really speedy. Your stats are actually pretty decent.
Yeah, we had that build earlier today in one of our games.
Oh, did we?
He went Manta and then back to Battlefield.
He rushed. Okay, I mean, yeah, that could be an option too to be able to avoid silences, so you can always get your spin off. Depends from game to game, but I do like having some of those early stats before the Battle Fury on a jug, so you can get involved.
So which way do you think Team Secret's going to go here? Do you think they're going to get themselves sort of a harder carry for their last pickup, or do you think we just need kind of a team fighter?
Man,
This is going to be a jug ace, isn't it?
it's going to be ace jug.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm thinking this, but like mid one Phoenix, they only have one hero to hit the egg right now, right? Then he just picks some mid Phoenix or something and just dominates. It's really good versus Gyro. There's so much magic damage that can come out from it. I mean, that's just because I saw them playing some clowny stuff, especially in Dream League. But
Yeah,
I know he wants to. I know he wants to be playing these like unorthodox heroes in the mid lane because he likes playing everything. I mean, mid one's a player who he actually just plays every hero in the game. He just makes it. You're just like, what do we do? Like
It's the mid.
it's a mid dazzle. Like this is what we're talking about. Like
I know you wanted to bring that up, but you were like, you wanted to keep it on the DL.
when did we see it? When did they talk? They were
We were talking about it.
Yeah.
We talked about. They talked about it
And
in
we
Dream
saw
League.
it once before as well.
Yeah.
And it wasn't particularly effective.
And he was. It also showed up in like Reddit or something that he was running it a bunch in his pubs.
Yeah, he played it like 8 games in a row in pubs and like won all the games.
Yes, that was before Dream League though.
That was before Dream League, yeah. I mean, this is what we're talking about. He's just going to play some whatever hero that he wants to play because he's like, oh, this is going to be fun. It's going to be good. I'm telling you.
Can't they just do...
Weave is really good versus Gyro. I can just buff us up and Flak does nothing. It's the same concept as Kunkka.
Can't they just do like Gyro mid and he won't really suffer against Dazzle because he'll just homing missile. It's kind of the way he would work against Death Prophet maybe. And he just kind of homing missile spams and does okay. And they can get a different safe side laner. Or, vice versa.
Not sure. I mean, I don't know, man. Secret's just on something right here.
Yeah.
Look how much sustain's coming out in their lineup now, too. Abba, Dazzle, Jug can actually be really strong on Secret to be able to sustain versus IG's heavy burst damage.
Yeah, I like that. Like,
Well, instead then.
Well,
PL.
when these sort of lineups, you only really have the epicenter and kind of the Battle Fury aspect of the Juggernaut. There's not a whole lot of good cleave options here against the Phantom Monster, so it feels okay. It kind of ensures that they will have a bit better late game.
If they can get that far.
If they can get that far. Interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting. Jack, which way?
Look at their draft right now,
Their
Jack.
secret straight. Gonna have.
Okay.
I mean, they have to have some sort of master plan here coming out from Secret. I do like IG's draft, but I mean, I'm going with Secret. They've got some tricks coming up here. I know it.
I'm not convinced how well the PL will do if he goes mid against Dazzle. Like maybe he doppelgangers Poison Touch, but don't you still have like the wave problem? Obviously I'm still going with Secret because
Okay. Well, I think production knew that as well because they actually put it up before you finished speaking.
Good.
3 out of 3 as far as the analysts are concerned for Team Secret. Are we going to finish the day with a surprise victory by the former DAC champions? Let's find out with IG versus Secret.
It's crazy to actually think that the former DAC champions are in this position where the entire panel would have looked at Team Secret, and if there was like 5 Intel heroes all on Team Secret, they would still go with Team Secret.
There could have been a Meepo and a Broodmother. I still would have picked Secret.
So Peeper, that's power. That's unbridled power and aggression. Speaking of which, hello, welcome to each team's already finding each other. XSS did not level up homing missile, and everyone just walks the opposite direction. No, that's really sad. Like, where was the fight? Where was the engagement? Notice Pro did this against Pain in just our previous game, but they have to wait and camp around those bottom bounties.
To those of you wondering why they're playing Core Dazzle,
okay, please explain it. Break it down.
Take a look at his level 10 talent. That's plus 75 damage. That's more than a Sacred Relic and equivalent to more than 4,000 gold.
Team Secret.
I'm a believer. I've believed in this for months,
Man,
okay, and they keep buffing it.
That sounds like the logic that I remember Puppey was doing that logic back at TI4. He's like, man, this ability gives you basically 4,000. Like he was calculating how much damage each ability would then give you. It's like, this is just broken. Like, why can a hero have a $4,000 item at level 1? It's... The logic can only go so far, however.
As far as talents go, I'll take this one over some of Bristleback's. Like 2 mana regen.
So then how do you play the lane? So like homing missile, harassment, this dazzle. Okay, that's how he plays the lane when XSS stands next to the wave.
Dazzle's always healed by Shadow Wave, and you can heal max of 4, so it's pretty easy to just spam heal for CS and to harass when possible. You also have an amazing attack animation.
FATA, trouble on bottom, rolling boulder forward, the burst right from YapzOr tries to create space. FATA's already used his shield. The Tango's regenerating up, and needs 3 more seconds before he's got his shield back. YapzOr trying to keep him controlled. FATA, maybe enough life available. The shield's already been used. Another burst strike from YapzOr through the trees. FATA wants to get out of this one, but rolling boulder, they almost cut off YapzOr. FATA, no shield to give. YapzOr will die on the bottom lane. He did everything he possibly could to save his core on that safe lane. Off lane. Other lane. That lane.
That's just the strength of Rasta Earth Spirit, to be honest. 74 damage on Rasta. Lightning as well. Earth Spirit with the roll and the Oov. Just so hard to survive in this lane as too.
It's like top lane, SRF able to pull the die creep wave down. Puppey not leveling up Nightmare. He leveled up Brain Sap when they went to contest the rune. So he doesn't have any kind of ability to control the Brewmaster's pull. Kind of messes with Ace a little bit, but he's using the Radiant Creep Wave to pull into the side, so he's still fine to farm. And only now does he actually put a skill point in. He's actually not even like no skilling in Blade Dance. Sorry, 1 point up in Blade Dance, but nothing in Blade Fury.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before.
But just holding the point, because like, what's the like? Is it because you're like, thinking about the healing ward? Or you...
Maybe, but I don't know. It always looks cooler if you save your skill points. I think it's just you're just showing off for the fans, right? Like I don't need my spells just yet.
When it's required, mid lane. Oh, YapzOr. Just to stand close. There will be the homing missile onto mid one. TP support was there from bo1, but that's a haste runed YapzOr. Another Shadow Wave off cooldown in half a second time. They're grouped on both sides. The damage, YapzOr and mid one combined together. So mid one gets the double kill. Rocket Barrage, Shallow Grave TP. No way to stop him. Mid one goes all the way home. They get 2 early kills underneath the tier 2 tower of Invictus Gaming.
Mid one already with an Aquila and boots. He is actually so farmed, and it looks like he might be maxing the Poison Touch this game, which is another reason I think that Dazzle's an excellent core choice, because you really want to max all of your spells. They scale super well, but support Dazzles usually have to choose just 2. Core Dazzle doesn't have that problem.
No, he does not. Like, I'm almost waiting. Like, I'm very disappointed that mid one does not have and not even a set. This is baseline Dazzle. Nothing special. Everything is fully common basic. But if he had the Desolation set from a Nook, he could carry the Desolator and look really, really bad. But
maybe he'll just buy one later.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, actually. Like, it was the old school build, right? When we had the early days of Dota 2 and you weren't exactly certain what was in the mid. We had, like, mid Rubiks, mid Shamans, and, well, okay.
Gyro's mid.
Goodbye, Abaddon. Gyro mid. But the Desolator Dazzle, I remember, was one of those that was tossed around in the early days of Dota 2. A while ago, though.
I mean, anything is possible. I've never really seen this build, but I imagine it'll be like a drums and to who knows what. But I think Dazzle's a concept. Like, you just want to buy a lot of cheap build-up items and just sort of keep running around the map, spamming your spells.
Yeah. It's not like when you, like, Solar Crest. Maybe another nice option for him. Mid one's got homing missiles on the back. He'll take the stun. XSS does not want to come into this. YapzOr, well, he's got the Invis rune. bo1 does not want to stay close either. They're just waiting. Well, Burrow Strike and then a 3-way Shadow Word. Gets the kill. Time to slur.
Hey, it's been a long day. Don't worry about it.
Not for me. I've only had to do the last 4 series. It's great. I'm feeling more aircheck than everyone else. SRF might be in trouble. YapzOr's rotating in once more. This time he's coming with Puppey into that blade spin fury of Ace. They need more damage and barely on the last 0.1 second of the TP. Brewmaster takes a fall.
It's so hard for an offlaner when you die while TPing. It means you have to run all the way back up top. And in the meantime, Ace phase boots now, soon to hit 6, and he's maintaining lane control. So it's a big punish on the Brewmaster.
amount of spam from mid one. Like, how do you actually... Are you talking about drums and on mid one? Do you start to worry about, like, mana consumption? Like, are there ways to get around that, or is it just enough, like, having, like, int treads?
The treads and the drums, like drums get, the reason I like drums so much is because of the active, passive move speed, and you also get a little bit of the mana regen that you want. So that plus treads, and like maybe a raindrop and a clarity here and there, like I think you'll be fine.
No reason to commit anything heavier. There's the thing, like, it is mid one and mid. YapzOr, trouble, rolling boulder. Puppey, he's still got a lot of ways to survive thanks to Brain Snap. You Nightmare onto the Shadow Shaman. bo1 wants to finish off his TP. He will not be successful, and YapzOr, Burrow Strike in 2 seconds will be too long. They do not have the damage to get the secondary kill.
In the meantime, Ace just continuing to free farm up top, soon to finish his own Aquila. And Brewmaster, this is where Brew, it was the same thing we saw in that game Mushi was playing Anti-Mage, where you give the carry a lead, and all of a sudden the off-laner is getting zoned one-on-one, and it's really, really bad for IG, because now the supports are free to roam, and there's a Dazzle mid, and he's quite strong.
And he's got a double damage rune. He doesn't need the Talon just yet. He's got plus 82 damage, doesn't even have the plus 75 from the Talon tree. But can push the wave with a Shadow Wave, and this just allows him just free time to hit into the tower and potentially sync with YapzOr. He wants to Burrow Strike through. XSS already burning off the flat cannon. Only got one more charge, and with the homing missile on mid one. They're very happy to be patient. It's a tri-lane in mid from both sides.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And up top, Brewmaster desperately just trying to get XP. Ace continuing to push tower with the healing ward. So he'll be okay now.
Here they go in mid. Actually, they want the creep wave to come under the tower. Mid one will push it. He doesn't have the Shadow Wave for the heal pop at the beginning. But Puppey looks towards bo1. And XSS, again, flat cannon, clean the creep wave. Make it difficult for Team Secret to fight underneath the tower, which they really want to force.
Well played by Puppey though, just kind of baiting. If the Earth Spirit rolls in, he's going to get stunned by Sand King and die. So bo1's wisely just kind of playing back, but it's still applying pressure. In the meantime, PL soloing Abaddon, and Abaddon's able to just lane. He's actually catching the gyro, even though he died and got zoned completely for the first 2 minutes of the game, as far as net worth goes.
How's the PL even meant to play that? It seems every time Aggressive sends like illusions forward, FATA just has to shield up, and then FATA gets more money.
Yeah, pretty much. FATA also bought a bottle, so he's just literally spamming shields and then healing himself as well, so you just can't really pressure him if you're aggressive.
And then he just gets like 8-minute bounty rune from the closed side shop too, so can't even stop that. YapzOr chasing down Q. They had the Observer Ward that gave them all the information for it. YapzOr's just going to keep the body block going. Rolling boulder forward. Aggressive joining the fight too. The kick is half decent. Puppey will go down. YapzOr wants this kill. He's got Burrow Strike up now, so he'll find the kill. And he'll get away to safety. bo1 doesn't have rolling boulder forward, so Aggressive has to Phantom Rush forward. 4 points up in that, so he wants to close the distance quickly. bo1 are able to do the same type of thing. And the FATA then takes both the bounty runes, but Aggressive gets the double kill.
Yeah, I like what FATA did here. He just went bottle and headdress and wand before boots. Boots don't really help you against PL because he's maxing charge. He'll just chase you down anyway, but he's just going to sustain, and it allows him to stay in lane, get as much CS as he wants, and also maintain pressure on the PL.
Rotation in towards mid lane. YapzOr and Puppey under the cover of smoke. They have no target to attack. XSS is back underneath that dire Observer Ward, so they'll have to rotate all the way through the northern side of the jungle, but they have the greatest target of all. It's the Brewmaster. The shrine is down. YapzOr just has to hit the Burrow Strike at level 2. And he does not have the distance. That circle just does not reach. They leave an aggressive ward behind.
I think they should have seen vision.
They're really going after FATA on the bottom. Mid one had to rotate in to ensure that he would survive the illusions and the Shadow Wave to give the solution. So space for Puppey to gain some experience in mid, but also space for XSS.
Top tower is under attack.
Right now,
I actually cannot believe how far behind in net worth he is. It's 2.7k versus 4.1k as that mid lane difference in favor of mid one.
Is under attack.
And there's going to be more as this tier 1 tower on top will fall.
the bigger problem is this top lane. Ace is just free farming, and he's gonna. I mean, I imagine he's just gonna go Battle Fury. He's about to get this Demon Edge, and the timing that Secret's gonna hit with this Dazzle Core and Jug, like they won't lose fights.
Nightmare, how does he get out of this one? Call down's on the way in, starts with the Brain Sap. Nightmare available, dodges a large amount of damage. YapzOr will get a Burrow Strike off, needs to hide inside the Sandstorm, but he does not have it available. Silence up, he couldn't use it anyway. Ace needs to get rid of these illusions. He actually has no mana to go for the Omni Slash, but with so many PL illusions hunting that healing ward of his, He had no other choice but to back out, so Team Secret bring all 5 heroes to the mid lane, and they still lose Puppey.
What have we here?
Looks like mid one has a pipe queued up on his Dazzle. I think I might prefer him to go for more of a scaling item.
Dick. Ace is coming over. This nightmare stealing runes.
That's life of a 5 right there. A big win.
Oh, it's like FATA and YapzOr on bottom. Q feels like he could be aggressive. He hung around just a little bit too long. FATA needs to hit him once to get that curse. The slow. YapzOr can then get in front of him. And then underneath the tower with the shield. They start with the shackles. YapzOr shielded off. Now aggressive. Wants to go for the kill to avenge his support. And while FATA's on the front line, they don't want to keep beating into him. He shields up once more. Mid one's in the neighborhood. So bo1 rolls forward, takes the damage from the Shadow Wave. Remember, you took the borrowed time from FATA. And the kick, well, even just with Bruling split, they send Dazzle up and towards the air. He does have the Shallow Grave available. Starts with the weave, so the armor starts to rise heavily and aggressive. Knows he has to get out of this one. Doppelgangers back towards the tier 1 tower. YapzOr's Burrow Strike off cooldown. He's looking for the Brewmaster, misses the target, and now it's Gyrocopter's turn. Cooldown out, mid one in trouble. The flat cannon damage spilling out to YapzOr. A quick Shallow Grave. Dazzle tries to protect himself. A quick heal as well, but it won't be quick enough. The sustain of the fight from Invictus Gaming remains strong, as XSS will finally end that killing spree of mid one.
In the meantime, Jug pushed top almost all the way to the tier 2, and Bane has just been sitting mid. Puppey getting closer to level 6, and he's just has no intention of joining a fight until then, I would imagine.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's not as useful until that point. Without that straight lockdown control, puts more pressure on YapzOr to hit his targets. Like the Burrow Strike on the Brewmaster would have changed the fight in the bottom lane a hell of a lot, but unable to connect. But it's still Team Secret with the advantage. 2,000 the gold. Experience not as close. Puppey, not the funnest lane for him ever, but with the Enfeeble onto the Phantom Lancer, he only does about 55, 60 damage. And with mid one's rotation, that Dazzle Poison Touch spilling out. Aggressive force back to the tier 1 tower. And Ace turns his attention towards a different lane, down the bottom to push that instead. They get rid of the Mass Serpent Wars that Shaman was trying to use to force in the top tower with XSS, so Team Secret get the better tower trade.
Ace is huge. Let's finish his Battle Fury. Setting the courier out now just to be able to pick up the Demon Edge when he can afford it, which is now.
He's only a minute behind Mushi's time from earlier today. Puppey. It's his turn to break the smoke. It's his role to be 5, and they will most definitely kill him. Won't drop anything, just brain sap, buy some time. Actually, Ace is coming over. Omnislash to Balball, he gets solo bo1. That's actually the best scenario for him. If the damage was split between all 3, he wouldn't have found any of those kills. Not quite certain if IG meant to leave him out to dry, too.
It's a good death for Puppey. You always want to be able to break a smoke like that. Yeah, he dies, but when you trade and they invest so much time and resource into trying to find a kill on somebody big, you're cool with it.
And then it's your 1 position, too, that found the kill.
Yep.
So it was bo1 who got the kill onto Puppey, but it was Ace who found the kill onto bo1.
Ace is going to be a real problem for IG to deal with. It's one of the gyro counters, very good against Brew, and when you go to Battle Fury, you outscale PL, and you can also like deal with his illusions later on in the game.
Yep. It's actually like all of the minions that do fight for Invictus Gaming, like those Brewlings, they'll die so quickly to the Juggernaut. Like normally you say it's going to be a problem because of Omnislash, but it really won't be.
Nope.
I think the bigger problem is just the removal of like heroes like Bane, but if that's your biggest problem, Team Secret should have some easy fights. They're looking towards FATA, rolling bottle forward. FATA already has his shield up and a second one ready to go. As a Baden, back underneath the shrine, they just cannot chase. They don't have the control Invictus Gaming. And you just got a double damage rune onto Juggernaut. That tier 1 tower's days are numbered. Oh, seconds are numbered. But you also have the plus 75 damage on the Dazzle right now.
I was about to bring that up. Again, they're...
Oh, goodbye Puppey. Don't think you really care. Now Serpent Ward's up on top. This you'll care more about. The shackles are there. Abaddon breaks free. And with the Mass Serpent Ward still attacking him, up to full life, borrowed time. Ace and mid 1 all getting rid of these Mass Serpent Wards. So a second wave of wards committed and the tier 1 tower still lives.
the Secret Draft actually is such great synergy with itself. You have a lot of control from the supports. Dazzle, Abaddon, Jug, all are going to do massive physical damage.
YapzOr's gone. They had Dust, they had Silences, they had the position. They know YapzOr's just trying to get to his Blink Dagger.
Good kill. The Secret's still pretty far ahead, though. Even though it's crazy, it feels like every time the team down in kills is just crushing the game.
It is the opposite way, right? Like I was watching some of the games from the Chinese Pro League just last night, and when Newbie was playing it, they won that entire series while having both their games on the lower kill count. Like they were behind by like 5-7 kills on both of the games that they won, and that was, I think that's actually against IG. It's kind of funny. These latest changes, I'm interested to see someone like break down the exact numbers. We've got a couple of stats men inside of our scene that could do such a thing. Like just the change up. Just remember like how many reports we got when we had the catch up mechanic was added in.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah. There was a lot of debates about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see the same debates start to arise with the money change. Like, is it going to be a commonplace to see more teams with more kills actually losing the game? Just because of diminishing returns.
Depends on how many teams from NA are playing.
Your teams from NA can qualify.
Is under attack.
That's how many slots we get, alright?
Yes, that was where I was going with it, but hey! Alright, group up for Invictus Gaming. They got the Blink Dagger over on Brewmaster, so they are away from the vision of Team Secret. They're dealing with the stack for the moment. They actually don't have smoke on themselves. Curry doesn't have it either.
It's gonna pick up one of the defusal, I'd imagine.
Shaman's got it in his stash. Actually, it's still in his stash. The Courier is flying out, and it's not even full. There's two slots. There's Team Secret instead who smoke up. Moving closer towards Roshan, in fact, straight into Roshan. This is so easy. When Juggernaut is this powerful and FATA can just shield and tank everything else, they've even got 4 points up in healing ward for it.
Yep.
This is actually the easiest Roche we've cast today. And we've had some very easy Roches today.
Indeed. They have all the items they need to fight as well. They finished a pipe on mid one,
there's the
HOD medallion on the Abaddon.
Bottom lane, well, he got his blink, but died instantly after grabbing it.
It's not a huge deal, you know, they use a lot of spells for him. He buys the blink, as you said, and Secrets really hit their timing.
Mid lane, Ace running down. They got a Brewmaster, Fiend Script. You got to go instantly into the Omnislash if you want this kill. Rolling bottle forward, Omnislash is Baboka initiated in. The Brilliant Split still comes off, and now it's Team Secret not getting the fight they wanted. Ace with the spin, he at least can kill off Baboka, but where's the support? Ace is going to go down, the Centaur stomping. I'm not quite certain why he wanted to get involved in all of this. The Aegis won't be burnt. Now into the Hex, instantly, no chance to spin, no chance to get away. I was actually on cooldown anyway. Aggressive with the double kill. And Team Secret, they actually TP down to the bottom lane after Roshan to try and defend YapzOr, and then a split initiation fight. YapzOr will create space in mid, epicenter, Burrow strike forward. He'll kill off Q. And again, it's a massive ward cleanup.
A lot of gold for those. And Secret, that's one of the downsides of trying to defend with too many heroes, chase kills. They lost Zanking down bottom, but they TP'd in 2, and then all of a sudden your Jug with Aegis is alone. The Centaur Stomp was like a half second late. Brew gets a split off. Don't know if it would have mattered, but he survives. Jug dies twice.
Yeah. That's the nightmare. That's the nightmare for Team Secret, just not having all the numbers you want and allowing Invictus Gaming such fights.
Interesting to see what mid one goes next. I have not seen Core Dazzle in forever. Yeah, Puppey just dies really easily to that PL.
As you said, it's the life of the 5. YapzOr can hide invis. Yes, it's in the neighborhood, so Baboka can get a good timing. Rolling boulder forward, but no. YapzOr, thanks to the Observer Ward, he did see it coming from a mile away.
Ace is going to finish his Manta pretty soon. PL also going for a Manta. Gyro has a Sanjin Yasha. Not a huge fan this sort of game.
Oh, Ace is going to get scouted out. Q's in the neighborhood. Ace instantly into the spin. Jarakop's in the neighborhood. He wants to finish off the Ancients. Healing Ward a little bit lower. They will get rid of it. Mid one coming over. Gets the Shallow Grave off. Omni Slash is available for the Juggernaut, and he has to just let it rip. That's a level 2. Look for the cleave damage as well. Doesn't really have enough. Ace will fall. Baboka committing Magnetize, and they've got more control thanks to the Diffusal Blade. They can have a crack over on mid one, saving Grace from Puppey. Was with the Nightmare, but not enough Grace. 2 heroes gone as Aggressive gets more aggressive into Puppey on the trees underneath the tier 1 tower. And back-to-back kills. Aggressive with the triple. FATA finding a couple of kills of his own. Doesn't have borrowed time anymore. They go for the split. The Burst Strike tries to create space, but Aggressive, he gets an ultra kill. He wants the YapzOr. Did anybody bring detection? They're waiting for it, trying to burn him out. Won't happen. He's got 40 seconds inside of that sandstorm.
And ID doing what EG failed to do in their game with PL earlier today, pressuring hard the moment PL gets Diffusal. And I gotta say, watching Aggressive play is a pleasure. If you remember TI5, this was his signature hero, I would say. Either this or Gyrocopter, but Aggressive PL was just a joy to watch, and he's crushing this game now. 9-0-5.
That is, that's one of those fights which you can mark down for both the replay and the recap books. Because Aggressive, it's the beginning of his momentum forward. Like we talked about him going towards that mana style, he is rapidly approaching that now. 21 minutes in, his net worth almost rivals that of the Juggernaut, who had the best start of all. And the rest of IG can start forcing down lanes. XSS feels like a fighter having SMY and drums completed. They have the Mass Serpent Woods, they can always try and force down the lanes. And you start to question now, when you get behind like this, how much does mid one really bring? It's not the normal mid one heroes we see that are able just to pop off like it's like a Storm Spirit, a TA that can jump in and just wreck everybody. He's gone for a pipe. He's gone for this this regeneration style build over on the Dazzle, not damage.
I think it's more the pipe than anything else. I feel like the hero scales quite well, notably because of the damage talent, but your spells are good too. But the moment you buy a pipe, you're gonna fall off.
Here's that fight once again. So Ace was just trying to steal the nice triple Ancient stack that was there. And then support came thick and fast. The second the Shallow Grave got off, I actually thought that this was going to be one hell of a moment. Back to life quickly as the gank is out. And mid one, no way to really get out of it. Like, he gets silenced up, but you also do defensive. Something along these lines would help, but Pipe does not.
Yeah, but Boka's playing quite well as well in this game. And he's great setup for PL and Gyro to land kills before the enemies can get any of their spells off, specifically Dazzle. And that's the target that IG is going to be going for the entire game. When Dazzle's a 5, you try and kill him first. When he's mid-one's hero, you definitely kill him first.
Well, the fact they're able to get kills and then objectives shortly after.
Yep.
So let the PL illusions, the Mass Serpent Wards finish the job. They're already starting their own rotation. IG in towards mid. Maybe Ace can slow it down. He just TP'd up towards the top, so yeah, he's focusing down these Mass Serpent Wards. The tower is within deny range, and nobody else is there from IG. So yep, goodbye top tier 2 tower. I'm quite certain if IG had to back off that quickly.
I think it's a bad and chose to go for FATA rather than for HOD and full Solar Crest, and now he's going to go for a Radiance, but much like mid-one's Dazzle, they've kind of neutered themselves, getting a lot of support items for their team, but they're no longer confident in their ability to win fights, so they have to scale, but they did not invest in those items that would allow them to scale faster, and meanwhile, PL and Gyro did.
Yeah, PL and Gyro are going to have the time of their lives, as long as their supports continue to stack up Ancients too. There's actually no stacks for them on their side of the jungle. Maybe they're also worried that Juggernaut can just steal it if they do it. But there's so much money that still comes in. Like, Invictus Gaming, like, they pulled back this game. They were 5,000 gold behind, but they have only taken, like, 2 towers so far. Team Secret have taken all the tier 1s. So that's a lot of money left on the map to claim. But Boka's going to claim the bottom tier 1 tower. And this injection of cash is going to, again, propel Invictus Gaming forward. The Blink Dagger for the ES rapidly approaching. You already have the Vlads for the Brewmaster. So sustain auras from the Brew looking good. He's going to go for his own Radiance as well. And then it's BKB time. Like, it's BKB for the Gyrocopter, it's Heart for the Phantom Lancer. I actually do not know where the Team Secret damage comes from, apart from Ace.
Same. I mean, that's kind of what their draft's built around. Control and amplification of damage for the Jug. So he is kind of required to carry this game if they're going to win it.
That's when you wondered like if FATA should pick up a Blink Dagger and just sit in the back lines ready to Aphotic Shield, or if he just tries to be that frontliner instead.
I feel like he has to go for damage. That's the thing. If he buys Blink, then it really is all on Jug. I think that they want to try and take some of that burden off his shoulders. The Radiance is going to be big, especially against PL. It's essentially just 17% less damage from PL and all those illusions, because they'll sometimes miss. Blink will be finished on bo1 right now, though, and that is a huge item because that gives him the ability to just kill the Dazzle, kill the Bane, and get great initiations off.
Yep. Also means that the Brewmaster doesn't have to rely on his initiation. Because I suppose that's your other concern, like if you don't get the Chaos from the Brewmaster, if SK can hit the Burrow Strike, or if Puppey can sit there and get the proper Fiend's Grip off, then the team fight's a little bit weaker for Invictus Gaming. But actually, it's ES. He's been like one of the most, like ES and SK, the two most picked up stunning style heroes. FATA, no mana. You can burn that ultimate. He's got 17 one charges available. XSS, he just sits there, keeps beating him down, but FATA knows he's dead. Cannot claim that bottom tower. It's within deny range as well.
Threaten Roche here? No, not up for quite some time.
IG?
2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, you have to wait.
If they were lucky, they might have got an early spawn, but never
It's actually a very late spawn.
Yeah.
Almost the full 3 minutes.
PL going Heart. See, if they can get Aegis on PL after this Heart, I actually don't know how they're killing him ever again. He can just spam illusions, harass Secret, annoy them. Every hero but Jug can be harassed out pretty easily. Game gets real scary for Secret at that time.
Potentially Secret can survive at least the initial onslaught because you can get the defensive weave up. So like you negate the effect of the Gyrocopter's damage. You slow the effect of the PL's damage. But you're still going to get burned out. So your sustain won't work. Maybe that's also why mid one, like he's about to complete up the Shiva's Guard, but is this the way? Like at least you get a lot more clearance. So the early wave of PL illusions won't work. You get extra armor for yourself.
I like it. I mean, it's good against PL. Always good against PL. But the concern I have is that he still has no real method of getting out of silence. He has a lot of damage mitigation to help his teammates, but he's still only sitting on 1200 health. So Dazzle still dies.
Yeah. Are there any like other item style builds he can do which solves that kind of problem? Because I'm thinking he's going to go Scythe. He's actually going to go Disable as his next item. So I suppose that's going to give you the points from the ultimate orb, so you'll have that at least.
I would have just liked to see him get a Drums. No one on his team has one. I feel like that item is way too valuable to skip. So I'm kind of sad he skipped that as his second item in progression. I feel like that can just be picked up before the pipe, but at this point, I'm not really sure how you want to play it. I like the Hex, if you can find the real PL, but who's going to do that for the Dazzle?
Maybe we're thinking about this too fast. Team Secret, maybe they're just like, you know, we can just delay this. It's not like Invictus Gaming are forcing the issue, which is kind of funny when they got Mass Serpent was. Normally, when you have a Shadow Shaman on your team, you're dropping these wards all the time to try and push down lanes, but going that deep into tier 2 towers, Invictus Gaming are not forcing the issue.
Well, they just picked up the hard up PL.
Okay, so Ace commits the spin, keeps going back and back and back. May reveal the fact to Team Secret that there was that aggressive ward. But this is buying space for YapzOr. He's going in for the Aghanim Scepter. Like, the Radiance takes time to get online. The Juggernaut now is the Butterfly, and they're going for Roshan. Invictus Gaming are on the wrong side of the map. YapzOr was adding pressure towards the top, so they reveal Aggressive's position. And YapzOr, if he hangs around here any longer, actually, they're already finished. Roshan's already gone.
That was very fast.
They had the, like, with the Solar Crest already up, and yeah. Aegis the Immortal into the hands of the Juggernaut, not the Phantom Lancer. And then you get the denial of the tier 2 tower on bottom underneath the Mass Serpent wards by FATA.
Yep. 30 minutes in, 21-12. Still a very close game. Truth. You said Butterfly finished on the Jug. Abaddon or FATA rapidly approaching the Radiance, and when he gets that item, I think it might be go time, but at the same time, Secret probably feels confident that they can outscale their opponents.
Yep. Just run it slow. YapzOr dodges the attack from bo1. You'll scepter up and towards the air. Burrow Strike's available. Just needs to get out of this damn stun, but he cannot do it. So YapzOr He forces a 3-man rotation towards the top, giving Ace the confidence just to run down mid lane, not to mention mid one sitting behind him. Mid one really feels like Puppey in these games. I'm just here to support my core.
Aether Lens on Puppey, along with the cast range talent, so he'll be enfeebling people from a mile away. That spell's maxed out.
Does Jaradat actually do any damage then?
Not really. So Bane's a great hero against Gyro, because most of his damage late game is just flacking people, and when you enfeeble him, it's just equivalently like a double or triple Crimson Guard for the whole team, because he just doesn't, he tickles now instead of actually attacks.
Yeah. Also, it's just kind of funny, like how many counters they have to the Gyrocopter. So we talk about the pressure which is on the back of Ace to perform as the Juggernaut, but it's the same type of thing for the Phantom Lancer. The Phantom Lancer has to do so much more lifting. But items are still flooding in for both these heroes. The Gyrocopter now completes up his Butterfly. That's the second primary item after the BKB. I say primary, he has S and White. But Ace already has Butterfly, Manta, Battle Fury, and he's going directly against the Monkey King bar after this. And he's already most of the way there, just needs the Hyperstone now.
Yeah, I like the decision. He expects PL will buy a Battle Fury next, and he is correct, although Aggressive might change that once he sees Jug going MKB, but it's just the right item here. Because you're playing against a Brewmaster as well.
I give it so much space right now for Team Secret to farm. I really thought like Mouse Weapon wants down. Push, push, push. It is not happening.
It's just so hard. You can't really push in this game, I don't feel. You're just going to get spammed out.
It's true. Like, you've only got the tier 2 tower in mid and you don't want to fight into Aegis, right?
Yep.
So... But you can't just sit back and let this farm continue, because as long as it does, like the Juggernaut's going to get more and more out of control. Ace is just farming at an insane rate. YapzOr's becoming more and more relevant. And this Radiance from FATA is coming out in the courier now, so it's completed 32 minutes into the game. So your team fight just became 10 times harder, or 17% harder.
DD top. Find this, they smoke.
Mid one under smoke. Aggressive's coming in for it. And he will get it, but Fiend's script up. They want to get the kill. Quickly into the Omni Slash, and the kick frees him from the bounds. But Aggressive, so hard to run away from all of this, and it will be impossible. Down goes the Phantom Lancer.
It has buyback, but you really don't want to use it as your team's hard carry. Although the Gyro has caught up quite well.
Yeah, he just needs to dodge any kind of enfeeble from Puppey. FATA and Ace staring down the tier 2 tower. If they can force the buyback from Phantom Lancer, they'll be very happy with this. Charman's adding a lot of pressure on the bottom lane, just shocking and pushing. TP is available for him to come back, so IG do have the numbers. YapzOr's going to do the same thing up on the top, ready for the creep skip. And call down. Clean up the wave if possible. XSS already triggered off the flat cannon with that silence. It's good to kill off the Juggernaut, but remember, he's still got the Aegis to the Immortal. Spin will protect him from the homing missile as the Brewlings are dying way too quickly. They still have the Storm Brewling control, so FATA up and towards the air, thinking about shielding off Ace. They focus in, and another kick. 4 heroes from Baboka, and the Shackles onto a baton. He's still got borrowed time available. Ace breaks free with the Mana Style. Epicenter from YapzOr comes in from the north. Team Secret into the tier 3 towers. Buybacks are coming out. Finally, the PL is going to respawn. He did not have to burn the buyback. And Baboka, 4 heroes with the Magnetized rocks it down. And they are rolling through Secret, or are they? Mid 1 has to shell a grave. Ace is back up. The Aegis Immortal burn. Puppey's the only one who's dropping low for Team Secret, but he's still alive in the back lines. Aggressive can't close the distance. He'll be Burrow striked up. Brain's back off corner for Puppey, so he can get more life as Aggressive jumps on down. YapzOr's holding his tail. The Sandstorm cleaning up the illusions. As here we go. Omni Slash. Ace into the back lines. The perfect jump to the isolated heroes. A triple kill for him. About to make it an ultra. Spinning his way through SRF. Ultra kill for Ace. Nice laugh from FATA. Buybacks up for Invictus Gaming. They can keep their mid-racks alive, but Team Secret, they are very happy chappies after this fight.
Wow. Woo! Man, watching VP and Secret, it's crazy. These games are close. anyone can win, and then all of a sudden Secret just decides, you know, we've had enough. We're just going to crush this fight. They force the buyback on PL, and all of a sudden it's 12k ahead after being, what, 500 for the last 30 minutes?
And so much of that money went on Ace. He just bought a straight Skadi.
Yeah.
Like, it seems only yesterday he bought the Monkey King bar, and now he's got MKB, Skadi, Battle... Oh, vital. Okay, yeah. 26,000 net worth 35 minutes in. It is a happy, happy day for the 822. 467 CS. Juggernaut. Yeah, let's see that again. So they're all on the retreat. This, how, like, Bobica? Man, if we're playing fantasy points, he just got so many for the 25% stun.
YapzOr didn't get any for that stun.
No. But it was still...
But he comes back.
Like, Bobica did everything he possibly could in this fight, but where did it go wrong? Like how did Invictus Gaming lose this so hard after getting so much stun, so much control time?
They just don't do enough damage, Bills. And Ace, like, this was sick. He just Omnis, ends up dodging the rocket with Omni.
Yeah. Bobica and aggressive. It's just, it's the dream jump down. I kind of want to say, like, it was also the weave of the Dazzle. It was almost max duration, like at the end of that replay clip. They had so much armor, the gyrocopter could do nothing. Like, he's trying to get into the MKB now. But maybe a little too late. Just because they tanked through so much. The Scythe is not done yet. In fact, mid one's still a little bit behind on that front.
Now Secret has map control. They can keep all of IG in the base. Roche not up for a little bit. Can spawn in 20, but we'll see.
I think Ace just wants to go in through the bottom. He has a double damage rune of Marvel, spin protection. They have to fortify aggressive. Jumps in on towards Puppey, trying to really set this up. There's your Fiend Script locking in the PL, but they break him free. Bobica again, right on the money, but Puppey, shallow grave protected in the corner. It's like everyone's fallen asleep as the fight splits into multiple parts. FATA stands his ground, borrow time, giving the life back. Here comes your epicenter from YapzOr. Not a lot of control, not a lot of damage. The Brewlings have caused a lot of chaos for Team Secret. They haven't got the kills they want. Aggressive, charging himself forward. The Omni Slash wasted on the illusion. YapzOr can at least get the Burrow Strike up, but they're not getting the kills they want. YapzOr has to hide inside the Sandstorm. It's so crazy to think Puppey is the only one who's died so far. Ace will hold the high ground. The mass open walls won't reach anyone. In fact, the tier 3 tower in the bottom lane is the only thing that's been reached. YapzOr will come back to defend that, but the TPs, they're coming in from Invictus Gaming. Out on top of the shrines. FATA can battle with Bobica inside the trees, and that's the one they want, but FATA TPs out. Team Secret actually get out scot-free. That whole entire fight, it was ES for Bane. It went so long the team fight recap can't keep up with that. But yeah, a 1-for-1 trade-off for that whole engagement.
Yep. Aggressive buying a blink, so he's gonna look to like get more aggressive, make space for his gyro. But this is another one of those games, Toby, where I think that the Gyro Luna team only wins with a rapier.
Okay, maybe. Once he has Satanic, I'll be more comfortable with him buying that. But
nah, no time.
Can you actually hit properly? Now you get the second Radiance up. So Brewmaster has his own Radiance. Roshan could be the next potential engagement. He is alive. Okay, he a potential Jack. This is dead so quickly. Aegis, Refresher. What are we going to get? So it's Aegis onto the Juggernaut. FATA has the Refresher. He'll hold the cheese as well. I'm not quite certain he actually needs the Refresher in this. I'd almost like to see 2 Omni Slashes from the Juggernaut, but he doesn't have the space for it.
I don't know how IG ever can move their base here. It's just so hard for them, especially when the Shrine top goes down. That's like the best thing to set up for Roche when it comes up. Oh, they already killed Roche. What am I saying? I forgot it died in 5 seconds just a minute ago.
Yeah, blink and you can miss it. Rolling boulder in towards the mid. Bobica wanting to start on the Earth Spirit, but that's on the SK, but that's the reason why you'll step to YapzOr. Starts the Burrow Strike, but the damage was enough. Mass Serpent once down by Shalom before it gets mopped up, but it's still a 2-for-1 trade-off. The Brewling split has gone out. They're going to find Ace to the eastern side of the mid lane. That control, Bobica wants it perfect, but Ace comes down. He gets the spin off the damage output. It is nowhere near enough. but still the 2-for-1 trade-off. How far can you push it? The PL Illusions will do the mid, but Gyro has to defend the top.
So Brew went the Primal Split unit health talent instead of the attack speed, so when he splits, his Brewlings are not going to die. And I think what he's looking to do is throw up the Jug if possible and kill everybody else. Specifically this Dazzle, who has now finished a Hex. So still the primary target, but now they have a lot more offensive power as they can just straight up Hex, Omni Slash somebody, take them out. Main target's probably going to be the PL, but at the same time he's got a Heart and a Blink. Soon to be a Nullifier. Probably just kill the Gyro.
Okay.
And look what he's got queued up, Toby.
Rapia.
It's another one of those.
It's just one of those days when you just want to blow up. 3 homing missile charges for the Gyrocopter, so maybe a little bit more control for them to play with. Aggressive is going to, yeah, as he said, like Nullifier for one, Rapier for the other. It's control and damage versus just damage.
Yep. That's the thing, like, even if they fall even further behind, doesn't matter if they lose a Rax, Gyro with the Rapier, 9 charge call down, or sorry, flat cannon, will kill everybody.
Yep. As long as I say will kill everybody. I don't take anything for granted. Like, FATA is going to be building into the Octarine. He's just going to be shielding up everybody. You've still got the Weave. You've still got the Shadow Wave. Q, a little bit too far out. Doesn't have 4-star on cooldown. And he is actually dead. Has buyback money. Couple of PL Illusions being sent in. There's your 4-star. Starts the TP. No way. Really Q. Oh, the Shadow Wave. And the attack. FATA gets the kill. Ooh, okay, yeah, they actually found a target. Aggressive, breaks free. The defensive weave up from mid 1, so the armor is already starting to rise for Team Secret. The call down, trying to clean up as much as they possibly can. Hex onto XSS. He's got a lot of flag challenge charges left, but not if he doesn't have the life. The Omni Slash was perfect from Ace. The kick from bo1 trying to create more space with the Magnetize turning on. They want to try and get a little bit of a follow-up here. There's everyone from Team Secret having their ears ringing from that Magnetize. Apart from maybe Ace, still with Aegis Immortal intact. FATA, ready to fight. Sent up in towards the air, just trying to keep him out of this one. No Brewmaster split for a long time. Aggressive, jumping in, trying to create more, but here's YapzOr with the epicenter of Fire Strike. They found their target. It's the PL. Aggressive needs more time, but doesn't have it, and doesn't have buyback available. They have no PL, which means they 100% have no mid-rack, but how much more does Invictus Gaming lose? Never-ending buybacks. Here comes bo1 once more. He'll get the kick and a quick little silence, but they need XSS to do the damage. No flat cannon available. The homing missile charges, they've all run out. FATA can just stand the front lines now. PL has buyback available. Aggressive into the line. Needs to kill off Puppey. Needs to kill off anybody. If they can find any of these bloody kills, Shackle to control YapzOr, so at least there's no stuns from him. And the call down. So Team Secret, Semeline split up bo1 going into the back lines. He rolling bolts, but gets Fire Striked up almost instantly. The kick is there. YapzOr kept alive by the shallow grave. Team Secret still strong, still fighting. The Hex to keep FATA out of the fight with the Fire Strike from YapzOr. It won't connect. Aggressive had a little bit of time to regenerate. Doesn't want to keep fighting just yet, but he's got no other choice. The homing missiles on the deck. They're all going towards mid 1. Only one will connect, however. There's Team Secret cleaning up the mess. Aggressive just has to keep land spamming, forcing Team Secret back to reset.
FATA still with the Refresher Shard. Age is still on mid 1.
Oh, wait, Fire Strike. YapzOr gonna miss. The Fiend's Grip holding bo1 in position. He's been a thorn in the side for Team Secret, but that thorn is now pulled out. Q wants to create space as Aggressive sends his illusions back into the fight. The Brewling split is finally back off cooldown, but YapzOr connects on all 3 with the Fire Strike, keeping the control up. Not to mention the Nightmare to Gyrocopter. He never really got the damage off. Aggressive needs more of himself. They turn towards FATA, but borrow time off cooldown. XSS has to get away. The BKB protecting him from the epicenter damage as they go deeper into the Radiant base to regenerate. Team Secret getting kill after kill, keeping this extended fight going forever. Q can at least hex up Bane, buying time for Aggressive to burn off the rest of his mana and get him low, but they can't find the kill. The shields are up from FATA. They instantly break free of the shackles as Ace spinning up, moving back. Homing missiles are again on the chase. They're split between FATA as well as mid 1. So the PL Illusions, they've kept them dry, and somehow through all of this, Invictus Gaming, yeah, they've burned buybacks, but they've only lost their mid-racks. The defenses remain strong for now.
Is it enough, though, is the question. The Gyro has to buy back. The Brew dies back.
Aggressive goes again. jumps in, creates as many illusions as he possibly can, then blinks away and doppelgangers out. Like, Faith, FATA.
The whole team brought back, actually, Toby. The whole team.
Yeah, you line up that buyback counter sorted by team, and it is all in the red. So Team Secret will obviously keep forcing the issue. They've got 4 buybacks available for themselves. And Ace is starting on the bottom lane. You can homing missile charge all you want. Bobica is waiting for the right time. There goes the spin from Ace. That's what they wanted. Couple of PL illusions out. Ace still protected by the Lotus Orb, but here's your jump in. A perfect call down and the hit from Bobica. They roll forward. They want to kill off Ace, but it's just so damn hard. He doesn't even have an Aegis for the burrow strike from YapzOr. That's the line, and that'll finish the job. Without the gyrocopter, they just don't have enough. Aggressive knows it. GG is the call. Team Secret, it took them 45 minutes, but they have claimed the game.
Just that one fight. Takes an even game all of a sudden, 12K, Secret's in the driver's seat, and they just had to play away from the Rapier, which ended up coming up, they win the game.
Man, that is a fun performance for Team Secret. The Dazzle mid, you wonder if it really played a part in all of this, or if it was just like, hey, it was a good laning phase and the Juggernaut won it.